Hey guys, today we're talking about a fragrance from the house of Zoologist, my favorite niche brand in the world. The fragrance we're talking about today is a new release. It's called Dodo Jackfruit. So if you want to hear more about this new fragrance from the house of Zoologist, please stay tuned. Before we start, if you like this type of content, you're new here, please show support if you like fragrance related content like first impressions, full in-depth reviews, top 10 lists. Please click that red subscribe button down below. Zoologist has a lot of amazing fragrances, right? I think they have over 30 plus fragrances. I have 7 of them, right? And I love the house. My favorite was Panda. I said it before and I'll say it again if you're new here. If Kelly really liked the Panda as much as I did, it would actually be my wedding scent since I'm getting married next year. It would be, but most likely we're leaning towards Creed Viking, the OG, or we're leaning towards Roger Parfum Scandal. So one of those fragrances will be my wedding day scent sometime next year. I will guys keep you updated when that happens. Nevertheless, today we're talking about Zoologist. There's no other than Dodo Jackfruit. So there's been a few Dodo releases, right? There's been 1, 2, I think there's been 2 other ones. They're okay fragrances, but they do have like a BO vibe to it, kind of like a skin type of scent where it's like, it gives you that skin chemistry where it's very off-putting off of my skin, but I do enjoy the fact that the fragrance is very different. It kind of gives off that person been sweating, you kind of get that BO vibe, but it is a fragrance connoisseur type of fragrance. Like most people won't wear it, but me as a fragrance aficionado, a fragrance nut, I appreciate the factor, the art behind that fragrance. But today we're talking about the new release. So I have a sample here that I got at Perfumology. So shout out to Near Guy and Brian. I'll leave links down below to Perfumology where you can buy a sample of any of the Zoologist fragrances. They have, I think, over 30 plus. This sample is going to run you about $9 for 2 ml. It's enough to try it out, see if you like it. If you don't, you don't. This fragrance just came out in September. So I smelled it 3 months ago. I think I smelled it back in June or July. So I tried it several months before it actually hit the market. A reviewer, I kind of get that kind of kickback sometimes, which is cool. So I smelled it then, it smelled amazing. I really couldn't talk about it. You know, there's some stuff I can't talk about until it's actually released to the public or the brand does, but I smelled it, so I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel about it. And I'm gonna tell you the price point. So it's looking at about $175 for a 60 ml bottle. I'll make sure I have a picture posted on the screen here so you guys can see the bottle and all the presentation. I like the green bottle with the green cap and all that and the green label. That's a special edition bottle, and they do have original bottle as well. Same price, no difference. You can buy samples in the bottle at perfumology.com and at zoologist.com. I'll leave the links down below. Let's spray it. Tell you guys how I feel about it. So I've worn it a few times, right? But I don't have a full bottle, so I can't go off too much, but I can tell you from my few wearings how I feel about it, how performance is on my skin from a sample. Once I get the full bottle, I will do a full review very soon, whether I get it at Perfumology or I get it through zoologist.com as well. So, it's raining now, right? You're getting a nice, fresh, juicy opening. It's very fruity, very fresh in your face. A lot of fruitiness in this fragrance, which name is actually Dodo, but it's like a jackfruit. It's very fruity in the opening, a very fruity fragrance. So I'll post notes on the screen, you guys can see it. Pretty awesome note breakdown. We have jackfruit accord, bergamot, pink pepper. So this fragrance definitely has a lot of fruitiness in the fragrance. This one here comes off more refreshed and more fruity than the other versions. The other versions was a slight bit of freshness, but not a lot of fruitiness in the opening. This one here is very jacked up. As the name said, very jacked up, fruitiness in your face. A very fruity fragrance with a lot of freshness behind the backbone. You're definitely getting some lavender as well in the fragrance. Definitely getting a green vibe from the geranium. You're definitely getting some orris as well, which is nice, but I wouldn't call it like a Dior Homme Intense. A slightly kind of Prada L'Homme vibe, but I wouldn't call it a Prada L'Homme, but it's kind of like a slight version, very easy to wear scent, where you can pull it off any situation or thing you want to do in life. You just grab it and spray. I don't think it's going to offend anybody. Now, the other versions were kind of cautious where it might offend somebody or they might not like the way it smells, particularly off of your skin, but this one here is 100% safe. This is one of them easy to go fragrances. This is one you could potentially try out and you would actually like it, you know, be like, oh, this is a very easy to wear scent. This is something you could smell in a designer fragrance. It's not a designer fragrance, but it has that vibe where like you can see, I can see something like this coming from a YSL or Dior or Chanel brand as a fresh kind of fragrance with a fruitiness to it. Now in the dry down, you're picking up some vetiver and some sandalwood and some patchouli. You get a nice bit of greenness. So there's a fruitiness, a freshness, and a greenness about this scent. This is really good, guys. Oh man, I need to get a bottle soon, man. Victor Wine, this one here is amazing. So for me personally, I'm going to tell you about my little bit of performance from wearing it from the sample here. Keep in mind, I will update when I do a full review when I get the bottle in my hand. But projection is pretty good for the first, I would say, hour and a half to 2 hours on my skin. It's I would say about a half an arm's length where it has a nice bit of projection, nice and moderate. Longevity, I want to say it's between that 6 to 8 hour mark. Now you might get 9 or 10 depending on having a full bottle and how many sprays you apply. But this is a little sample here, so I only do about four sprays maybe. So I got about in that 6 to 8 hours on my skin. But when I get a full bottle, I feel like it might be more. But keep in mind, everybody's skin chemistry is different. Season wise, for me personally, I would say this could be a signature scent just because there's an amount of fruitiness in it. There's an amount of freshness and greenness, a lot of depth in it. So you can wear it all year round, signature scent. I think it will shine better in your warmer months where summer just passed, which is sadly a spring and summer banger. It's very green as well with the geranium. This one here with the lavender is very nicely well blended, but the notes on here are pretty heavy. You can pull it off in the colder months as well because it has a lot of freshness and fruitiness where anybody will like the way you smell. They're gonna say, man, you smell good. What are you wearing? And this is one of these fragrances that I know my friend Jerome would absolutely love it. He's not the biggest fan of Zoologist fragrances, but he will love something like this if he gets his nose on it, which I'll take in the perfumology very soon to get his nose on it. Ratings and final thoughts. So for me personally, I'm gonna give it, say, 8.5 out of 10. I think it smells great. It is another one from the other two that came out. So this is their third version of it. I think a lot of people will be really happy with this version here. A lot of people will be wearing something like this as a casual grab and go spray and go fragrance. And you might garner a few comments wearing this. I feel like this one is Zoologist that will please everybody. I feel like it's perfectly unisex where a man or girl could wear it. Even Kelly likes it. I let her spray it on her skin. I'm not saying she loves it, but she does like the way it smells. She likes that freshness and the freeness in the fragrance. And there's some Zoologists she's not really a fan of, like T-Rex, but nevertheless, that's the story for another day. This is a great fragrance. I will be getting a bottle soon, whether I get it at zoologist.com or Perfumology, so on and so forth. But if you guys have tried this new one, let me know down below. What are your favorite Zoologist fragrances? Let me know in the comment section below. There's so many, the list goes on and on. I could be here for hours, right? Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy this type of content and you're new here, please, before the video ends, click that red subscribe button to show your support and love for the channel. Like the video and click the bell icon to miss any future content on this channel. Be safe, everyone. I'll see you in a new video very soon. Peace.